Hit go. Hell yeah, then let's freaking go. So at Teppelin, the Spiral King's fortress, he's talking to, yeah, it's like, Thimilf is dead. And here's Adiane, the water general, and she wants to avenge Thimilf. And Kalina died to kill him, and we got his battleship. And Sidomandra, the Sky Commander, also wants to. But Adiane protests that she was a close friend of the late Thimilf. And close friend? She's like, yes. And everyone is like, oh, wait, you fucked the monkey? But Lord Genome is like, interesting that you surpassed your designs. Very well. You have permission to hunt down the Great Gurren Gang and assassinate my daughter, Nia. And she's like, but Princess Nia. And he's like, nope. Destroy her. And he says he has no more attachments to Nia because she is no longer of his house. And she says, very well, I, Adiane the Current, will visit the majesty and terror of the Spiral King upon the humans. Is she the current? Like, they've all, like, it's Thimilf the Avalanche, Guam the Immovable, Cytomandra, okay, Adiane the Elegant, we'll go with, but she's good, she's got a big weird scorpion tail. And then Cytomandra is about to say something, he's like, do you have something to say, Cytomandra? And he's like, no, the will of, your will is absolute, my lord. And he and Guam leave. And then the Spiral King meditates on humanity, cursed to die, and all the faster, the brighter they burn. And at Sao Tome's laboratory, here's Benkei Kuruma. His name is almost Toilet. Benki is Toilet, but he's Benkei. And he's like, welcome back, Getter boys! And his own training as a backup pilot is going great. And he figures he could step in for any of them at any time. And the main team are like, hell yeah, nice work, dude. But Musashi is like, don't worry though. You can have Getter 3 over my dead body. Which is a good joke. And also present is Genki. And there's Michiru. And Michiru and Genki are Princess Satome's children. And Genki is extremely shy, because kids will be kids. And the Getter team want to test drive the upgraded Getter. And take it up against the Invaders and the Imperium. And there's Shikishima, who's fucking hell yeah, murder me with a gun. There's Genki's really shy in the show. It opens with Musashi and Benkei driving along, and they talk about Genki's like, Genki sure was a lively boy. Shame he got the autism though. Like, he just caught it one day. There, Michiru's his daughter and Genki's his son, his little boy, who was in the last game. Here's Saotome is like, yeah, if you want to take on the Imperium and the Invaders, then you need to handle the new Getter's power. And he sends Genki to his room for this test, because he wants to talk without him there. So with his son out of earshot, yeah, off he goes. He's like, yes, well, I will go. So Genki goes off. He's like, wow, Saotome, being nice to your boy. And he's like, shut the fuck up, Ryoma. You guys are stupid and you're shit, and you are far too weak to even slow the Imperium down, let alone, like, beat them. Yeah, give Genki some slack. He did catch on a very bad day, but we'll find out about that. But, yeah, he's like, you guys are idiots and you're garbage and you're trash, and he's yelling at them. And he was like, but that's what the new Getter's for, so then we can beat them. He's like, yes, the new Getter. And he explains that it's just the first of a new generation. A doorway to a doorway of sorts to a new generation of Getters. A Getter Robe is a machine that runs on unlimited power and the unlimited evolutionary potential of the Getter rays. and he wants the test today is get a team's ability to handle it. So Roma and Hayato are like, oh yeah, let's go get our new get machines then, and they pick the dragon, and Hayato picks the liger. And Sasha's like, I'm too hungry to do a test combo right now. And he's like, you idiot! He's like, but I'm hungry. And then Benkei's like, I'll do it. And Sato's like, Benkei, you are too erratic a pilot to be worth anything for test data. The Poseidon will be tested by Michiru. Surely, and she can surely handle a test. And she's like, well, I can do a test, but I'll have to bow to Benkei if it came to a real fight. So go get a team with your new member. And they're like, alright, we'll fucking do it. Musashi, you piece of shit idiot. But alright, if they can let's handle their tests. Hayato and Ryoma are ready to meet and tame the new Getarobo. And Saotome thinks it will be a closer game than they think. Fucking Saotome is good, he laughs a lot. He's a happy dude. Meanwhile, at our battle base, at the Great Gurren, at Izu base, Simon and the other Gurren people are just minding their own business in the mess hall when Roshu suddenly yells something unintelligible and then runs out. He's like, I'm gonna go, blah! And he just runs out. And on an entirely unrelated note, surely, Nier's in the kitchen, learning to cook from Old Master Coco. There he is, there's Coco. And Kitan's like, when did he get on board? And it's like, I don't know, but he's really good at cooking. But now that Nier's no longer the Beastman princess, she wants to do something for the Great Gurren gang. And the Beastmen know exactly where Nier is and what she's doing, but Dad hasn't sent anybody to like rescue her. So what's up with that? But Nier has a guess, and she says, I think I angered him. I asked him a question. And she says the question she asked was, why was I born? And then after that, he just seemed to give her the cold shoulder after that. But if that's the way it's going to be, though, she has no intention of going back to Teplin, the capital. She says, the Great Gurren Kitchen is my new home. And we're like, hell yeah, let's give you a taste test. And Akagi and Aoyama is like, wow, it's so peaceful here with the princess cooking food that you can forget about all the wars going on. The Crushers discuss the Zentradi uprising in Africa, which we'll get to on the other route. The only thing is that, and then they're talking about it and how Ranka sang a song and it quelled the thing. Bird human, yeah, and then Nia starts humming Imo Imo, which is Ranka's song that she sings all the time. And it's like, wait, you know that song? You've seen Bird Human, that's the song for it. Hell yeah, Nia, I didn't know you've seen that. She's like, what is a movie? Like, Nia, you must just like, no, I can't remember where I learned it. I've always just known it. But before she can explain, food's done. And Roshu's like, wait! And then everybody eats the food. And, Juno's like, oh my god, this is the worst food I've ever eaten. It's got a kick to it though. Oh, and everyone is like, this is the worst food we've ever eaten. And Roshu, he did the taste test, and that's why he had to run out and just fucking die. In the show, he like runs out. And then everyone else is like, oh, let's try her food. She's made loads of food. And then they eat it and it's gross. And then it shows Roshu just lying in bed, sweating, and he's grey and he's dying. And they're like, we don't know what's wrong with him. Is it some sort of poison? And then he goes and does a huge poop. And then he's fine. He's like, I gotta warn the others. But she's like, here, have some more. And they're like, no, it's, no, thanks. But Simon is fucking loving it. Simon can't get enough. It's the best food he's ever eaten in his life. And he starts eating it. He's like, well, if you guys aren't going to eat yours, I'll eat it too. And everyone's like, sure, fuck it, save us. And everyone's like, does it taste this good because Nia made it just for Simon? And Takeru's like, is it the power of love making food taste better? And then Crow's like, I think Simon just has really bad sense of taste. And Yoko's not happy about this, but she can't seem to put a finger on why. But Gain and Crow have both noticed, and Gain says, the looks Yoko shoots near every so often are from the eyes of a sniper. And she may be overcoming her, more or less, but that doesn't mean she's over near waltzing in like she owns the place. But anyway. In comes Keenon, because there are goddamn invaders swarming Tokyo. This is scenario 36, at the end of a life. Or the thing at the end of life. And now we launch. Cake. Not that it matters. Yoko. Cynthia, just because she's good. So it's goddamn invaders. It's been a while and the Getter team aren't here. Roshu isn't feeling so great. And Simon's like, oh, you probably just didn't have enough to eat. Because I ate your food, sorry. And then he's like, don't worry, Roshu. Here, Buddha. Give me your butt. He's like, bee. It's like, what you gonna do? It's like, eat it. And he eats his butt. And the raw butt steak energizes him. And we're on the attack. He's feeling great. Let's go get the invaders. In the show, that does happen. Like, big moles of massive things. What they have instead of cows in Gurren underground in the village. And Buddha is a little one. He's a little tiny one with little black glasses on. He's very small. But when they need something to eat in one episode, Buddha sticks his butt up in the air and Simon's like, oh, you want me to eat your butt? Sure. And he pulls on his little curly tail and his butt comes off. And then he eats it and it's good. And then he drops it down like a chute to the lower portion. And he eats his butt and it's good. And he grows his butt back, don't worry about it. But now we gotta get all these guys. Is there an SR point on this? Defeat all enemies within 2 turns. Sure! Okay, invaders do the energy drain thing that assholes do. The dimensional beasts. But they're not such a... We'll show our teamwork. Are you sure it's teamwork? No, hold on a minute. I'm gonna see if I can find a gift. Oh, that's a gif of Buddha jumping into Yoko's cleavage and then living there, but that's not what I'm after. I want his butt. Give me his butt. Okay, that's a good gift. I'll give that gift because it's good. Okay, you just have to imagine that his butt comes off. And then you eat the butt. Alright. The butt comes off, then you eat the butt. It's easy. get that dude who's furthest away. And then Simon launching at max will because he's feeling, and Roshi too, because they're feeling fantastic. Because one ate a pig butt and the other ate delicious food cooked with love.
Roshi! 俺に力を貸してくれ。はい、シモンさん、行きましょう。今しかない。グレンダガ。一刀両断。
Got him. Oh, quite chop that fucker up. The Getter boys show up. Like, how'd it go? Didn't Tatami want you to test the new robot? And they just come back and they go, we gotta beat the invaders. We don't have time to explain this stuff. Alright, let's just do it. Damn it! Damn it! Ryoma. So, something has upset the Getter boys a lot. Kamina dying is a big surprise when you watch the show. You're like, holy moly! Didn't expect that boy to die. He's the main one. A lot of people drop it when he dies because they're like, he was the only character I liked. Fuck all the others. And especially when the next episode is Simon sitting in his room carving effigies of Kamina going, I fucked up. Life sucks. I wish I was dead. It's all my fault. And Yoko going, fuck that boy, I hate him, he sucks. But it also happens like episode 9, I think? And Simon does be hella Shinji, but it is that, like, it is for... Like, when I watched it as it was airing week to week, I was like, man, this sucks, he's always depressed, what the fuck? But when I watched it on my rewatch, when I marathoned it, it's actually like 1.5 episodes. Like, halfway through the second episode, Nier shows up and he gets his groove back. And his, and like, Gurren is all about homages and references to lots of different things, especially mecha anime stuff and sports anime stuff. But the Shinji, like him being Shinji, there's lots of scenes and shots that are framed exactly the same as scenes in Evangelion. And like there's one bit which is exactly the same where he's like, fight the enemy, fight the bad guy, do the drill, which is exactly the same as the scene in Evangelion when Shinji has like completely shut down and just going point and shoot, aim and shoot, aim and shoot in the training, and it's like, exactly the same. Did Uchuda just learn a move, or did Capet? Yeah, Uchuda just learned Snipe. Beautiful. Yeah, we'll see Simon's arc as we go. He starts off as just, oh man, come on, you're really cool and I'm garbage. Let's be good friends. Like he's the sidekick with no confidence. And then Kamina dies and he becomes Shinji for 1.5 episodes. And then he becomes Noriko, and then we'll see where he goes from there. But it's good. It's good. There are some moments in Gurren Lagann that are not so good. But there is at least one of those. The writers agreed that it wasn't very good because they completely changed it for the movie version and made it like much better. Because in the TV series, when it happens, you're like, oh, that's alright, that's fine. I mean, it's a bit weird that he would do that, but sure. But in the movie, they change who does the thing, and it's just much nicer. It makes more sense. And here's our flying boy. He will never get terrain advantages ever again other than regen, but also, he can fucking fly. There's also totally that universe where they're all high school students. There's the really good comic somebody did, which is Gurren Lagann, but Kamina and Kitan are buddy cops. Like it's a buddy cop comedy thing. Adiane is a barmaid. Simon is always having to go undercover as female prostitutes for some reason, but it's good. It's good. It's good. Fucking Evangelion. The Evangelion Girlfriend of Steel universe is good. Where it's the dating game, and it's got 3 endings: the new girl ending, the Asuka ending, and the Kaji ending. Because how could you not have an ending with that dude in Evangelion? How does a 14-or-so-year-old boy pull off your prostitute look? He's very effeminate. He's very effeminate. But he's not 14 in the buddy cop comic. He's just young rather than a child, like he's an official employee of the Policy S. The Girlfriend of Steel. Kotetsu no girlfriend. Yeah, so there's the regular ending where it turns out she didn't die, and then she's like, okay, I gotta go. But yeah, she showers, emerges wearing only a towel, teasingly asks Shinji if he would like her to remove it. But she's got to leave the city. Asuka helps Shinji get over the girl dying, and they go closer, and they're romantic, and I mean, that would never happen. And the third ending is Kaji, where Kaji's just like, howdy, it's me, the boy who almost kissed Shinji that one time. Shinji that one time, nearly kissed him. Love that boy. And but then the girl turns out she didn't die. And then there's an additional one where, yeah, The additional ending, in it, seeking shelter from the rain, Shinji tries to forget his problems and mana with a drink. He eventually falls in the trash outside and is found by the girl. After drying his clothes, the two spend the night together and express their feelings to one another. She eventually ends up with Nerve after a lot of paperwork so she can be with Shinji. Asuka's moved on with her life, and the final shot is Shinji and Mana holding hands. Mana says, "Thank you." Fucking Girlfriend of Steel. Hey, there's Girlfriend of Steel too? Which is, Girlfriend of Steel 2 is entirely the universe where, like, in, like, at the end of Evangelion, there is a couple of scenes where it's like, oh, it's a high school comedy. Look at Rei running to school with toast in her mouth. Classic. And it's set in that universe. And the three dateable characters are Rei, Asuka, and Kaoru. But Girlfriend of Steel, I've never known a product to more miss the point. But I suppose that's the audience missing the fucking point in the first place to make a market for the product. And Nia just didn't learn shit, apparently. I guess she just leveled up. Still can't cast a spell though. One away. He's getting there though. That boy's got to accelerate. If something works, is it really missing the point? I mean, yeah, I think so. Because, like, the point of all those idiots in Evangelion is that they're awful and you're not supposed to like them. You're definitely not meant to want to fuck any of them, except Shinji maybe. But you're definitely not meant to want to fuck Asuka and Rei. And then all them fuckers did. Well, there being fanfic and everybody wanting to fuck them doesn't change the fact that the point was you weren't supposed to like them at all and they're all meant to be completely unlikable. Like, there are several scenes dedicated to, you know, these people are awful. If you want to fuck them, you're awful. But them anime lovers, them nerds, don't want to touch them. Awful people need fucking to you. Disagreed on that one, actually. Disagreed. Subspace Doge. Subspace Beam. Energy ready. He's double large as well. He's double large, and he just has a 3% completely free dodge chance. And his mobility, when you upgrade it really high, is also high enough that he actually has a decent chance to dodge just by himself. Vuldios is really fucking good. And I'm sad they didn't bring it back, because it's really fucking good. He's super big, he's super strong, and super good. Remind the dude who invented the term otaku. Lived with Hideaki Anno in a house, and they had to. And when they moved out, well, first a lady went to interview them, and lasted 5 minutes before she had to leave, or she was going to throw up, because it stank so bad. And then when they moved out, the landlord demolished it because it would have been cheaper to demolish it and build a new house than get that one cleaned. And then the dude who coined the term otaku, he wrote loads of books about, like, a couple of them were pretty picky artisty, and then the last one he wrote is "Otaku, you are already dead," and it is just about how otakus are awful. You don't have to be fat forever, was one of his books. Yeah, like, Nia gets a cut in on one of the other attacks, so she does the point, but she doesn't get to have a lean in yell cut in with the other fellas. And Leron, the queen of the ship. Godsteen. So now she can pudding. I'm gonna look up the dude's book titles because they're really good. Yeah, the invaders with their wiggly mustaches are really good. I like them. Toshio Akad, it's the guy who sucks. Okay, here's his books that he wrote in order of publication. Our Brainwashing Society, Introduction to Otakuology, Otaku Studies Course, Report from the Frontline, Lost Future, Married Life, 19 Absolute Rules, Japan Otaku Award, Declaration of Love's Free Market Principles, Absolute Rules Certain to Obtain Love and Sex. Little Creator, Love equals talent. Is world conquest possible? Don't think you have to be fat forever. You otaku are already dead. Here's his sequence of books from 95 to 2008. Where that dude's like, oh, actually I'm trash. He's a sex object to this. Yeah, like, he is not a good dude. It, like, that dude who invented being an otaku, he's the reason that Hideaki Anno hates them, because he lived with him and he's like, this dude is actually fucking terrible. I hate him and everybody like him. And that's why Evangelion's the way it is, and why he has massive contempt for fans of Anno and otaku. Because he lived with the man who invented it and he's fucking awful. Where can you get them? Probably a Japanese bookshop. And I want to find gifs of Hideaki Anno in Blue Blazes because they're really fucking good. Shit, we might just have to watch that video because that video is fucking good. Oh, Hideaki Anno taking a bath. Blue Blazes is super good and everybody should watch it. It's mostly truthful, which is what's so fucked up about it. Here's Hideaki Anno talking to one of the dudes who he started Gainax with his sister. She comes in and he's in the shower. So she's there and he's like, what do you know about anime? She's like, oh, I watched this. Like, do you know about Gundam? She's like, no. And then he does that. He just rolls onto his back and starts kicking his legs. And it's like, you ought to at least know about Gundam! And then he sits up and he goes, we're watching Gundam. And she's like, oh, okay. And then the next scene is her brother coming in. He's like, how are you? And she's laying on the floor. Like, you know when you see a video of a cat that just doesn't want to do something and it's laying on the floor in despair? She's doing that as Gundam's playing in the background, and Anno is leaning directly over her head going, this is the scene where Amuro meets Char. And he's explaining all of Gundam to her, and she's like, I just want to go home. It was a mistake to come here. Aoi Hono has got some A-class tantrums in it. You check this dude. This is the main character, Hono. Mr. Blazes himself. It's a TV series that is mostly true about a man who went to university to learn how to be an anime and manga man. And he went to learn and he was pretty good. But unfortunately he went at the same time that Hideaki Anno and the people who started Gainax went. And it turns out they were much better than him and much more talented than him at pretty much everything. And the cognitive dissonance and mental gymnastics he has to go through to go, actually, I win this one, Hideaki Anno. You know, I'm really good at paraphrasing stupid shit and distilling it down to its essence. Here's a dude. Yeah, the manga is really good as well. Here's a dude. He wants to. He's like, I can't. Hideaki Anno always beats me at anime, so let's. Okay. Oh well, there's a dude right there. So I'll do manga. I'll join the manga club and become a manga artist. Hell yeah, that'll be good and fine. That's no problem. And then he goes, and the only member of the manga club is that dude with the sunglasses and the white suit, and his theme music is Char's theme song. And he quotes Char sometimes, like, one cares not to acknowledge the mistakes of his youth. And there's one bit where, just before he leaves, he's like, mobile suit battles are not just decided by the power of the mobile suit. And then he goes, ha 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 ha, and leaves. And then there's one bit where he gets on a little red bicycle. He's like, it's 3 times faster because it's red. But the man is like, yeah, I want to be a manga man. And he's like, oh, have you done this? Have you done this? No. And he's like, what'll happen if you don't become a manga artist? And he goes, I'll do something else. And he's like, ha ha ha, then you will fail. He's like, why? And he's like, because I have no other option. If I fail to become a manga artist, I'll die. Thus, I will not fail to become a manga artist. And then as he's yelling at him about how he's great and the other dude sucks. He just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and taller as he's slowly getting lifted up on a platform, yelling at the dude, telling him he's garbage. Oh, it's so good. All of Blue Blazes is super good. Every fucking second. The dude in this story is let's find the Blue Blazes, man. Blue Blazes. It's Kazuhiko Shimamoto, who you would not know from pretty much anything, really. But he's good. He's done stuff on Samurai Spirits, and he did a Skull Man TV show and stuff. He's done lots of TV shows, but it's good. It's good, and there are lots of bits where you're like, okay, that's not how that really went down. But then the men who were there, the guy next man, like, no, like that's how that happened. That's pretty much spot on. Okay, we beat the invaders. Nice work, everybody. But they could come back anytime, any place. And Leron is still annoyed that they still haven't attacked Beastmen, and that's weird. But then loads of Beastmen show up, and Nier recognizes the huge fish-shaped one as the Daigun Kai, which is the Great Ocean. And it's Ariane's robot, and she congratulates us on evading destructions at the fangs of the hungry destroyers. Nier asks Ayaka to take her up to Ariane's ship because she thinks she can talk her down from a fight. And Yoko's like, well, you might as well do it, Ayaka. At least then at least then we'll know what Nier's up to and do. Like, I think she's a spy and she's a shithead. And the Crow is like, and Kitan's like, what? She's nice. And Crow's like, nah, she's got a point, Kitan. And Gain's like, Yoko's being a huge bitch about it, but Nier could be up to something. So Daka's like, Simon? And Simon's like, Nier knows what she's doing, so do it. So they go over, and Yoko says, just so you know, I've got my sniper scope pointed on you just in case you try anything, and I'll blow your fucking head off. So Nier's like, alright. She goes out to the Kai to ask Ariane why her dad has his soldiers hunting down humans. And Ariane says the Spiral King has ordered them to exterminate humanity. He's like, and you never considered and thought about that order? And Ariane says, what is there to consider? Humans are the lowest of all life forms, and their suffering and death means nothing. And Kitan is like, this fucking asshole, and Gain's like, hold up. And he's trying to get something done. So Nier continues to speak, she says, take me to my father, I want to speak to him directly. And Ariane is like, I don't have to do anything you say. Like, what? He says, the Spiral King has disowned you, abandoned you. I don't know what you did, but he's told us to wipe you off the face of the planet with the rest of the swine. And it's like, well, I guess that's why no one's come for Nier then. As well as what she was doing, locked in a box, thrown off a cliff into a crevasse. Nier refuses to believe Ariane, but Ariane's like, well, believe me or not, you're gonna die anyway. And Nier says, if you hate me so much, it's like, do you hate me that much? And she's like, I don't hate you at all, just what the Spiral King's ordered me to do. So then Nier says, would you die if my father ordered you to? And then Ariane pauses for a second there, and then she presses the point and says, humans are trying to live out their lives and haven't done anything to deserve extermination. And then Ariane roars that they murdered Thimilf. And Nier counters that they lost their bro, they lost Anarchy. Losing a loved one hurts, and it hurts no matter who you are, human or beastman. And that's why we're trying to make it happen to each other. In the show, Ariane says the bit where she's like, "Oh, I was close friends with Thimilf, so I should get the job." And then there's a little scene after that before they go out where Viral comes up to her and is like, "I didn't know you were good friends with Thimilf." She's like, "I fucking wasn't. All right, I hated him, but I had sex with him because it helped me in my career and doing things. Like, it helped, like, it got him to owe me favors. I hated him, and I hated every second I spent with him because he stank and he's awful. And he's an idiot. And now Ariane is fed up, and she grabs Nier, and she's going to execute her right here and now. And in the show, she holds Nier in her robot's hand, and it's exactly the same as the scene when Shinji holds Kaoru, and he's got to fucking murder that little boy. But yeah, she's like gonna kill her right now. So we're like, all right, Nier, that's enough. It's like, and it's like, she's like, what are you gonna do? You can't touch me. I've got my hostage. But she starts going over. She's like, what should I do? I could have you work for me, or I could make you fight each other for my amusement. Crow is wondering if Gain can shoot Ariane's hand that's holding Nier. And Gain took a shot fighting the Beastmen though, and he can't aim that precisely right now. So that just leaves Yoko. And Yoko's like, we don't have to do this for her. Do you really think that? Yeah, Thimulf was the giant gorilla man. He's like, if you really, truly, for real believe that we don't have to do this for her, put her out of her misery right now. That's hello, you jerk. Yeah, that's me. You're gonna hate me if that'd make you feel better. There's no other way. His rap is a man's soul. Whoa! Don't jump the gun, Yoko! Don't do it, Yoko! Shoot, Yoko! Impossible! Impossible! How did she strike my arm at that distance? Nier, jump! Right! Nice way. Fat man, go grab her. She's falling, but Coco comes up and is like, hee hee. But he's there to, it's like, Coco, he's not there to catch her. And he did it. Thank you. And it's like, wow, that old man, he really did it. Nice catchy. But he did it, and he's going to get her back to the Great Gurren. Yoko says, why did you tell me to shoot? And it says, I believe that you could shoot the arm. That you would. So, you know, alright. And Gain's like, nice work shot. Yoko, damn good shot. And then Gain says, well, what about your arm? And he says, you know, I was so inspired by that performance that my injury seems to have healed right up, so I'm good at aiming again. And Crow's like, huh, looks like God himself was so impressed by Yoko's shot that he visited a miracle upon us. Thanks, guys. Oh, please, you're the one who saved Nier and all of us with a single bullet. Fuck, idiot. But now she's so mad her stomach hurts. We're like, alright, let's show her what awful swine we are. In the show, she just shoots a big chunk of Nier's hair off. But doesn't shoot her in the head because she's good. Let's do the Sigma Blister Sword. What else is good in Blue Blazes? We'll do the flip book scene because that's on YouTube and that's a really fucking good scene. But like, there's like the guy in Blue Blazes. There's a bit where he's like, I win this round, Hideaki Anno, because while you have made an excellent project and mine was not very good, this means that I have potential and room to grow, whereas you have already peaked, thus making me the winner. But of course he doesn't, he sucks. Yeah, and he gets a make of 50 caliber. Pretty much. How you doing, G-Silent? Welcome to goddamn anime. It's Ariane. Oh, shooting. Get a dragon and Liger and Poseidon? Wait, these are the getters? Like, yep. Saotome must have sent them, and they're attacking us. Why get a robo attacking us? What the heck? And then, did Saotome... Stop right there, Hayato. Michiru's death was an accident, and you know it. Michiru... dead? Yeah, and it was our fault. Ryoma, it was an accident. Professor Saotome sent them to kill Ryoma and me. Keep it together, Hayato. I'm not gonna die here. We gotta fight. We can't afford to die. Not yet. Alright. And then Ariana's like, ha ha ha, idiots. Fighting among yourselves. So, Michiru's dead. She died. Now you fucking crashed a plane into her. 2 planes, in fact. It's fine. It's just a robot. It's not powered by a human. Maybe more powerful than us, but it won't beat Daiguard as long as it's got the 3 of us working together. I think we all wish that's all it took. For a rookie. If Renton was here, I'll never overpower it. I have to be quick. Maki! Iron Fist of Justice. Rocket Punch. Whose lady died? Michiru died. Professor Saotome's oldest daughter. Well, his only daughter. But his oldest child. Michiru. She's dead. They were supposed to combine their planes into the big robot. She was the one in the middle. Crashed into the back of Ryoma. And then Hayato fucking crashed into the back of her. And she's fucking dead. Or the other way around. But either way, she got fucking murdered. Crushed between 2 planes. Here's Oliver. This is bad. They're better than our getter across the board. And he's fucking Kirikin. No, Reiter. The other one. So what? We're not going to let a malfunctioning bucket of bolts beat us. That's right. Sorry, Oma, but we're scrapping that getter. Musashi was hungry. He was too hungry to do the test, so that is Michiru. And now she's fucking dead. Dead as hell. Ultra dunked. Fucking Blue Bases is so fucking good. It's so fucking good. It also characterizes one of the dudes, like one of the dudes, one of the Gynax boys. He's there and like, so what are you here for? And he says, I can't draw. And he's like, well, what are you doing an art course if you're not going to draw? He's like, it's not that I won't draw, it's that I cannot draw. I'm physically incapable of drawing. I'm like, wait, what? Why at art school then? And he's like, because I'm going to find somebody who can and manage them. The great katana, the Daiguard gang, let's fucking go. And then whenever the guy next boys do anything amazing, he's like, oh, if they keep this up, I'll never miss a meal again. And he's losing his shit, but he doesn't know shit about anime. And there's a scene where they meet Tezuka, the man, Osamu Tezuka, the man who did Astro Boy. And in the show, they meet him, they're like, oh yeah, we did it. And then as Tezuka walks out, he's like, so who the fuck was that guy then? You see him wearing a hat? Who wears a hat like that? What a dipshit. And everyone is like, oh, how do you not even know that man? Shut up. And apparently the actual events of that were they all met him, and then as he was walking out, he walked in and didn't know that it was Tezuka. He was like, who was that guy? Not that he met him and then found out his name and did all the introduction and all that jazz. It's just he didn't fucking know who he was when he came in and made a joke. No, Musashi has to eat big every time. There's Hideaki Anno pretending to be Ultraman. He's gonna fly away, but he can't fly. At the Ultraman Museum in Japan, they actually sell a toy of Hideaki Anno. Dressed up in that outfit and with his blue jacket on that he wears in Blue Blazes, because that's what he wore in his Ultraman movie thing he made at university. Here's Mad Holy, the man who's gonna get the main character his work put in a magazine. Here's a scene where that lady asks if what they're watching is good, and of course it is. You fool. Aoi Ohana is really good. I love it. Everybody is an idiot. And we only have to beat Ariane to end the stage, but I mean, there's all this. I mean, not that any of the other stuff matters, really, because. We're not keeping this fruit. This is them watching the intro to a TV show, and it's so sublime. He does that, and then he turns to her, still making that face, and then goes, "How can I tell her? How can I describe how the flash in her eyes is the perfect way of showing her powers?" Blah 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 blah. Is the show just about telling us that a quick show? Like, pretty much. Like, it was just here. It's like, this is what it was like when I was at uni, and those Gainax boys trying to be the best in the class in a room with those extremely talented men in. Oh boy, not a good one. Not a good fit. These guys have got to say something. Yeah, I was going to say these guys have got to say a thing to the lady. There we go. There you are, Gurren Lagann. I know you're behind all of this. I'd do it all again. We're not just swine, we're living, breathing people. And we won't let you kill us for no reason, even if it is your orders. Like, there's a scene where the main character's going to go buy art supplies, because he's going to fucking do an anime by hand, a 3-minute anime by hand, because he's an idiot. And he's walking to the store, and he's walking like Captain Harlock walks. And then he is outside the store and he's watching the different anime intros on TV that they've got there. And then the guy next boys come around the corner, and Hideaki Anno is like, "This is how you walk like Captain Harlock," and he does the walk perfectly. And then the other guy is like, "No, I think it's more like this." And the other guy next to me who doesn't know shit about anime is just like, "I don't know what they're doing. Just I let them do whatever they want though. They're good." And then they're like, "What's that?" And it's like, "That's Mazinger. It's good." He's like, "Is it? All right." And the lady that did Urusei Yatsura, she's in it as a lady who runs a convenience store, and she's watching Ideon, and she asks the main character to explain it to her, and he's like, "Oh, I haven't really seen much of it." And she's like, and she just starts laughing, and she's like, "I thought you were like into this sort of stuff, and you can't even tell." can't even tell me, oh, idiot! And she just laughs him out of the shop. Rume Hiko? Whatever we say, that sort of lady is. She's good. She's done loads of stuff, actually. Urusei Yatsura. Yeah, Rumiko Takahashi. So all the people who made the animes play. No, it's other people playing them, but a lot of them do show up in it as guest characters. Like one guy shows up as the the lady who runs the bathhouse. Wow 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 wow. Howdy Sakaji, how you doing? There's a scene in it where they're like, oh, Rumiko Takahashi got a new story in. I wonder what awful things they made her do. And then it's a scene where it's this young lady who's like, I'm only a trainee, please go gently on me. And all these lewd men going, yes, oh yes, you'll be our puppet. He's like, despicable, I can't believe they'd be like that. Like he just made it up in his head. She did Ranma, Inuyasha, Urusei Yatsura, yeah, Rinne, Meizonikoku, Mermaid Saga, One Gospel, yeah, like she's done a lot of shit. She's like the biggest, like one of the biggest selling manga authors of all time. She's pretty good. But she's really good. The whole thing's really good. And there's a scene where they make Hideaki Anno take a bath because he refuses. No one ever died from not having a bath, he says. No one ever died from having a bath and count as his friend. And then they go to the bathhouse and he pretends to be Ultraman and he makes the other man be King Joe and never fight in the bathtub and he falls down slowly like he's in Ultraman. And then when some dudes want to get in it, the man doesn't know shit about anime. He's like, please just give them 5 more minutes. They need this. It's good. It's only like 12 episodes. But it's good. I recommend it. For anyone who wants to watch a thing that's anime, but the people in it are real and alive. Oh yeah, people have died from incidents related to baths, but I don't think they've actually died from the act of water touching their skin with soap. Okay, now I've got to find her saying Nia. Here we go. Nia, this is having the presumption to scold me. That was not a scolding. I only said what I believe, and now I believe in Zexis. What a girl. You wretch! I'll kill you and return victorious to the Spiral King's side. We won't let you. You won't get near all the Great Gurren. All hands, attack! Tobacco. Another good live-action anime is the movie. Show them our strength, please. I implore you. Is the movie of the Roman bathhouse manga where the dude, the Roman bathhouse man, he's got a designer. He's at the bathhouse and he falls down the drainage hole in ancient Rome, and he comes out of a regular toilet in modern day Japan, and then he loses his fucking mind at the future toilet tech, and then he goes when he returns, and by getting flushed down the toilet again, he then uses the things he learned back in ancient Rome to create new and incredible bathhouses, such as putting baskets upside down on the wall so it looks like the thing that you sit under to dry your hair. Like he just puts them and everyone sits under them. He's like, oh yeah, this is really good. Some Emperor's fucking new clothes shit. But there's lots of a man getting flushed down the toilet and it's good. It's also like fucking a solid 2-hour movie of just a man getting flushed down the toilet over and over again. Okay, and I want her to fight Ariane. It's important to me. 6 God. First you give him the M, and then you don't do a follow-up because you didn't quite manage to get him. Where's that other boy who I keep missing? Oh, there's the other boy. Okay, he says it's more powerful. It's more powerful than Musashi's getter, but a berserk machine is just like a monster with no soul. And I'll take either on. Tell him, Koji. And I want to attack. I should have seen the animation because he has a good animation. Okay, and I want to actually do that, a long range attack. So it does the missile, so you can see the Dolphin Beastmen. Okay, we do actually have to like kill everything now. That's fine. I think if we kill her, then all the Beastmen will leave, leaving just the Get-Up fellas. There's a bit in the toilet one where and the toilet one is such a good manga that even Konora's read it and gone, I liked it. He publicly admitted liking it. And he never does that with anime because he doesn't want anybody else, like he doesn't ever recommend anybody any anime he likes because he doesn't want them to steal it, he wants it all for himself. But he read it and said it's good. But there's a bit in that where he has to go to the toilet, he's got an upset stomach. So he goes and sits on the toilet and then he presses the button that makes the little bidet thing come out and it washes your butt and he just goes, ecstasy! And it's fucking incredible. It's about an ancient Roman dude, falls down a plug hole, comes out in modern times and is like, holy shit, look at all this, I can make the best parts of all time. And then there's a bit where the people from modern times go back to ancient Rome and there's an old man who they're being kept as slaves to dig a bathhouse pit and he just goes and he's like 90 years old and he's like, is my wife here? Am I in hell? Is my wife here? Maybe I'll get to see her again. It's like, fuck me. And there's a man who looks like he's a Yakuza and he's covered in scars, but it's where he was in a car accident and he's like, look at all his scars. This gladiator must be a mighty warrior, a veteran of many wars and battles. Incredible. And yet, the water and bath here soothes his wounds and his savage soul. Truly, this is amazing. And he's just like, I'm just tired, dude. I just got a bad back and I want to have a rest in the bath. But then they find the water and he digs a big bathhouse and then all the soldiers, they can sit and have a nice bath and it heals them, and that's how Rome won every battle, because they got to have a nice bath, and having a bath is really good for you. Like that's the show, it's just bathhouse is really good. There's one where a man has a crocodile that he named after his best boyfriend that died, and if the crocodile dies then it'll be even sadder. So then he's like, okay, I need to figure out. Oh, alright. So then he has so then he sees a jacuzzi and he's like, oh, they must have slaves underneath that blowing bubbles in tubes to make it like blowing through tubes to make it bubble. Incredible. Yes, I'll do that when I get home. He's like, but so that's how I can get the temperature up. I can have slaves with bellows underneath. But how do I make it more like the Nile, because he's a Nile crocodile? And then while he's in the future, they go to a zoo where they have bananas from the Nile, and he eats one and it's got a seed in it. Like, that's not how bananas work, but he's like, beautiful, a seed from this seeded banana. And then he takes it back and they grow bananas from it. And the crocodile loves it and he's not sick anymore. He swims around in the nice warm water with all the bananas around him. Just like home. Beautiful. Love that little crocodile. It's fucking ingredients so good. And then there's a lady that he keeps meeting in the future, and then she goes back with him, and they live together and they get married. Because his wife, like his actual regular Roman wife, leaves him. She has an affair because all he thinks about is baths, baths and shooting water up your butthole to clean it. She's fed up with that. She needs a real man with a real dick. But this lady loves him because he's this giant Roman man. So good, so good. And every time there's a scene of him getting flushed down a plug hole or a toilet, it's always just they film a toilet being flushed and then throw in some action figures in. So you just see like a little G.I. Joe man whirl around the toilet. Here comes the beast man. Oh, he got him. Cafe doesn't give a shit about giant horsemen though. It's any country everywhere, ancient Roman thing. It'd be really interesting to think about these people that ain't gonna have. There's a bit where he's in a Japanese bathroom with a little tiny bath, and he's looking at all the different stuff they have. Just like, what the fuck is this? What's this for? And then this old man comes in and is like, oh, you must be my new minder. Well, you can scrub my back and wash my hair. So he sits down and he puts on a little thing where it's just like a rubber ring that you put on your head to stop water running down into your eyes. And he's like, oh, it was a crown. This man must be very important to have a special crown like this that he wears only while in the bath. I must service him greatly. And then he scrubs his back too hard. And he gets annoyed. Roman bathhouse graffiti is really good, where they talk about how big their dick is and how their arch nemesis wants to kiss little boys. Here's the Poseidon, Form 3 of the Getter Dragon, which we controlled in Super Robot War Z1. Stupid monster, we don't give a shit about you. This is a sibling combination. And he should do his, the chain punch. Can't do better than that. If you're gonna hit volley us, you idiot. Okay, now these rude boys. The new Getter Robo. The only part that isn't complete is the combination system. Don't think about it, Hayato. Focus on the battle. They've got more raw power than our Getter, but the real power of the Getter is in the sync of its 3 pilots. Not gonna let an AI beat us. You tell them, Ryama. 3 hearts is 1. That's the power of the Getter Robo. Yeah, even said all the Getter boys, even no matter their emotion, they always do it extremely intensely. I want Wata to fight Robo because he's good. Where's that boy? He's over here, alright. Oh, it fucking flew away. Fuck. Okay, and his. Let's find Ariane versus Yoko. You're trashy little gunman. I'll crush you to scrap for what you did to me. You know, I only shot you in the arm because I was trying to save Nier. But this time I'm going to shoot you right in your smug, stupid face. Wouldn't the AI system be more in sync than 3 humans? I mean, it seems like the AI doesn't seem to be that good at coming apart and coming and getting beat up by those rude boys. Daigunkai. Whereas the 3 boys with their 3 hearts at 1, incredible. They come up with new, weird, slick moves. And I think you might be right, Sushi, like, they might have harkened through. They stop being intense, their hot blood cools off and kills them. Damn, freaking Kara's here too. How you doing, baby? I've been talking about Blue Blazes to the point where I'm even going to show a video after this stage because it's good. You got an adrenaline ampule. Beat up Ariane. Yeah, that's it. So she's like, "All right, I'll get you for what you did to Thimelf." And she leaves, and all the beastmen go with her. So now we can fuck off and deal with the Getter-Robos. And he's like, "Ariane, tell my dad that I'm never coming back." You know what? Get in the boy, because it'll be quicker. If you can make it to the boy, go to the boy. It's how she has instead of pupils? Sort of. Let me find a picture of it near eye. Gurn. She does have weird pupils, which you can see there, and that is a reference because she is a weird beast person, and also I'm trying to find a good shot, but there isn't a brilliant one, of Nono from Die Buster. She's got weird eyes because she's human, as anyone can tell, but possibly artificial. And then, like, Nono's eyes change when she does the thing though, so I need to. But it's a reference to Die Buster. And there's Nono's eyes. It's a reference to that, and being a topless and being cool. And in Space Cop Luluco references Kill la Kill. Like, there's a lady who has life fiber cape. Like it's drawn exactly the same as the life fibers in that, where it's all black and red. Yeah, that link is fucked because Twitch is good at passing things, but just copy paste it. You'll get it. You'll figure it out. You yell, buddy. Like, I should have had you yell a long time ago. But yeah, non-knowing Diebuster has that sort of thing, and Nia's got it too. And there's and some other things that people who worked on Diebuster and Gurren Lagann also do, like put that in some other things. In Umaru, the one with the shitty bean, the shitty jelly bean, the shitty selfish jelly bean. There's a character in that who has the same eyes. It's just a thing that they do now. But yeah, she's got weird fucked up eyes that got a cross in them. Wow, 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 wow. Even, I mean, that's even. Let's try another one. What about that one? What about that one? Yeah, that link works. Hers aren't as like rounded and flowery looking as Nia's, but it's that. It's a reference. It's a reference to that, and also because she's a weird magic baby. Himoto Umaru-chan. Let's look at the characters so I can find the one. It's not Ebina because she's the titty one. Is it Sylphinford? Is she the one with the topless eyes? Yeah. This lady from Umaru. That awful fucking jelly bean. I hate that fucking jelly bean. Okay, I won't attack because I want Wata to get the thing. Can it? That'll defend. King, that'll take it for him rather. That'll defend too. So, in contrast to G-Gen, where every turn they show you all the regen everybody has, in this game he just auto-casts it and heals up. You just do that. Okay, so here's Crow versus the nerd. It's fun, Crow versus the nerd. Damn it! Not that I'm not glad to score data on a machine that's not even out of testing, but a getter? Sorry, getter team, but I'm at least getting some cash out of these things. Yeah, this is the last stage of the good boy route. Simon and Roshi versus it. Roshi's like, "That's the Getter Robo," and he's like, "Don't flinch. No matter what your enemy is, you lose from the start if you hesitate." Gainer is like, "If you're an AI, you can't make precise movements, so I can outmaneuver you." I don't think that's how that works. Yeah, nobody wants to fight a Getter Robo. Takaru in his Godma is like, "What's going on? Are these Getters really attacking us because they're malfunctioning? And why won't Saotome answer? This don't feel right. Is my clairvoyance trying to warn us or something?" I don't know what Dolly did. Jiren may be bigger and stronger than us, but no machine has the guts to match us. And Jiren's like, "Guts only go so far though. And making it go further than it should is what makes a man. Going beyond the impossible with our spirits." You tell him, Jiren. Do whatever the fuck you want, dude. Come on, Nawata, he's just up here. I saw him. It's a super robot duel, and I'm not going to be the loser. Let's go, Getter Robo. You don't even have Hayato or anybody in you, so I ain't scared. One is really good. At least he admits he's scared of Hayato. And then he crashes into him with the power of a bird. We did it, we got him. So, Saotome phones up, he's like, "Getter team." And he says he's not mad at them for anything as petty as Michiru's death. He's just run out of patience for their incompetence. And they don't know whether to object to that or call in Michiru's death petty. But he says to him his daughter's life is petty compared to the fate of the world. And he declares that he no longer intends to depend on the Getter team, or any Azexis. He's taken the destruction of this rotten world into his own hands. He has Zexis, all of humanity, await Armageddon, the last day of the world. And he's like, "Wow, that's not so good though." Dang it! GG! Gramps! Pops! So they explain they were testing the new Getter's combination sequence with Michiru and the Poseidon. They managed to form Getter Dragon correctly, so then they were going to do the Liger. Poseidon docks behind Liger, and then Dragon comes in. But one of them slipped, and the Poseidon was crushed between the Liger and the Dragon. Not a brilliant way to die. Hayato and Ryoma both blame themselves for fucking it up, and Musashi keeps going, "It was an accident! It was an accident!" But they say, "Hey, the sequence never fails when it's you." Yeah, he's like, "It was an accident. It never fails when it's me with you two. So, like, control groups on this one. It was an accident." And then Hayato says, "Then are you saying it was Michiru's own fault she died?" And then Musashi just goes, "It was my fault. I should have been in the Poseidon." And then Ryoma tells them both to shut the fuck up. Beating themselves up isn't going to bring Michiru back, and they're just going to have to live with that forever. And Saotome still isn't responding to any of Zex's calls, and it seems like he might actually try to overthrow the world with the Getters. And then news comes in from Area 11, the other Japan. And here's Euphemia ordering the extermination of the Japanese people. Yeah, could I tell you to get fucking murdered? And then there was intense violence between the Britannian forces and the rebels. And she just fucking murdered everyone who was Japanese. And we're like, whoa, that's fucked up. But we can't believe that Euphemia would do something like that, like lure all the Japanese people into one place and then kill them all. But Elgin's calling Zexus back together to address the threat of the Imperium in face of the international situation completely collapsing. Shirota will get the 21st Century Security Company to keep an eye on Saotome, and they'll let us know if he starts doing anything weird. Ryoma. Where's Ryoma? There's Ryoma. Ryoma doesn't think he will. Saotome created the Getter to save the world in his own way, and he doesn't think he's going to try and rock the world, like rock the boat now, of all times. But whatever he just did must have been the one mad moment of grief in the wake of his daughter's death. Or at least, that's what he hopes. And here's Saotome. There's Michiru, she's fucking dead. Is that Michiru? Why? Why did this happen? Why did you have to die? He wanted to change the world for her, his child, for her future. And now he's got left his Genki. His other child. He won't let his other son die. And Benkei can see that Genki's in shock. And he's like, I'm gonna take him away to recover. And Sojo's like, Kisa, I've lost everything! I've lost everything! Michiru, you're dead. Why? And then Cohen and Stinger call up and like, hello, Professor Saotome, how you doing? Is this a good time to call? They know the getter for the next era is being completed, just as Saotome himself is becoming a creature like us. And they'll work together to create the ultimate getter. But desperate and confused, Saotome agrees, crying that the ultimate getter will be his legacy to his children. So good. So good. That's the end of that route. That's the end of the special. Now we gotta go to space. And it sucks, but everybody's back. Everybody's back. Everybody's back. I don't think we've got anybody new. Doesn't look like anybody new joined.